Smoking that loud with the Hennessy chaser. Fly like a pilot, she feeling on my privates. I'm drinking like a pirate and fighting like I'm Irish. But I know to be a tyrant. The track is really biting. I'm getting real excited. Ain't no time for biting. Lyrical stamina, bring it to an amateur. Pussy slam dancing up, probably on camera. Daily illustrationist, been a hood favorite. Mr. Illy Bang, stay street like the pavement. Architect with the bars, got my weed from Mars. Winning from my slap, will leave your face scarred. Respect my cabinet, put you in the emblem. Light you on fire, so sage can light a cigarette. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. I spit the hot flame just like I was dousing. She rides my cock, her tits is bouncing. Front push your legs, sweep your face on water fountains. You lost your manhood, still never found it. You think you fly like a child, you're grounded. See you on the avenue, people always clown them. He's an embarrassment, the one that be around them. Throw him into Bronx River, go ahead and drown him. The juggernaut of rap, steady like a spike back. Catch him with a pimp strap, spitting that white crack. I beat a silverback, mixed with a beer. Turn up, mix the alcohol with beer. Got that weed smoke in the atmosphere. On my way to the strip club, hell yeah. Beats get body, you can't stop me. I love shorty head game and sloppy. I roll with tyrants that's controlling the environment. Keep tracks firing, keep the streets admiring. All these other bums should be retiring. Give them the pink slip, please just fire them. Balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. Cut you like a fish and spill your sauce. Kill the track with no remorse. Spirit those balls till I get hoarse. Break his face like I'm the man. It's no fact that I'm the man. Want my tracks on high demand. Smack your face with a cheap pen. Stick your throat with the guillotine. One man army with a team. Wanna scheme in your dream. Cannot run that laser beam. Niggas never had that block on lock. All that bullshit needs to stop. All you do is lie a lot. I had sacks right in my sock. What you do is search for a purse. Pop them shits like they your search. Put a grenade in your wife's purse. Top of the grade on this nice verse. Hit you with that Novocaine. All you had yourself to blame. Most these rappers have no shame. Welcome to my hall of pain. Bumming now, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Bumming now, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Break your graffiti in your face. Kill that beat, don't leave a trace. Hopefully don't catch a case. Opposition isn't safe. Bomber that is mad as fuck. Got it locked like Attica. Fuckery, I had enough. Growing up, I had it rough. But my family held it down. Let me get a couple rounds. Toast to my dudes at Ghost Town. Charlatans is not around. Zap the taste right out your face. Every day I paper chase. Have the safe at mother base. Use a waste of the human race. Shout come boss. Got my rivals seeing stars. Not celebrities retard. Hit in the dark, throwing darts. Now you know the consequences. Niggas on the way and hopping fences. Got it from the mud deep in the trenches. This track slapped hard, knock them senseless. Bumming now, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Bumming now, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. There goes your top. There goes your top. There goes your top. This bumper clock will never stop. Now pop. There goes your top. Pop. There goes your top. Pop. There goes your top. This bumper clock will never stop.
Yes, sir. 1 2 1 2. Black Star, what it do? Dynasty, I seen you pulling up. We here now. Let them know we here now. I'm a little behind when it comes to Smackdown too, so I don't care about the spoilers or whatever. I gotta play it in the background, but I'm over here tending to the show and shit. I'm not gonna lie. I like the presentation. I really like the presentation, how it looks on TV and shit. You know what I mean? They and then you got the different brands in their war rooms talking strategy, taking notes. I'm here for it. So as far as I see right now, the round two draft, Randy Orton stayed on SmackDown. Hold on, let me see real quick. Okay, Randy Orton stayed on SmackDown. Braun Breaker went to Raw. Nia Jax went to SmackDown. Good choice. And Liv Morgan stayed. Okay, I like that round. I like that second round right there. I like that. Like Saw said, and the rest of the teams, what the fuck? Dude ran a 4.21, meaning he's certainly on Mahomes' radar. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. It's like maybe I gotta drink some more tea because as of late, I don't know. It's like all right from before I was like congested, and then it's like now it's like I don't know. I don't want to sound disgusting or anything. Like it's still a little mucus there, but I'm still 100%. It just feels like I always have to clear my throat or something. Like, what do you guys think? You think I should drink some more tea and all that? Tea and lemon, tea, honey and lemon. Anyways, we're not here to talk about no goddamn tea, but what we're here to talk about is the draft. Let's fucking go, B. I'm pumped. About to pull up over there for the second night of the draft on Monday Night Raw. Oh, excuse me. Forgive, you know what I mean? I was a little put off a little bit. Let me bring that back. Let me rewind that real quick. What it do though? Council Roundtable episode 198. We're gonna talk about the old fashioned wrestling, let y'all know what's happening. You dig? There we go. A little disoriented, but fuck it. We here. We heard that at Off the Cuff Radio said, I hope Cody ain't hurt. On some real G shit, I wouldn't be surprised if, he do got some sores. Cause remember, this dude, Cody, fought all weekend. And people want this dude to fight again, like, oh, what is Cody doing? Cody ain't doing anything. Why is he not defending the belt? I'm like, yo, the dude just got the belt. It's only been all right now. It's been 3 weeks, I guess you could say. From before, they was already fucking spazzing and acting like mongoloids. 2 weeks into his title reign. 2 weeks. Virgo way. What to do though? And Cody still got direction this whole year. He's about to get into a program with this dude AJ Styles, and then after that, he got the Rock to worry about this summer. And that's gonna intertwine with the whole bloodline storyline. I see you, Black Star.
What up, Sandman?
Life is good, B. Life is great. I feel blessed.
That's good, man. Happy birthday, dude.
Thank you.
But if you
Man.
haven't noticed from my comments, not in the greatest mood right now. Because your Chiefs fucking pulled a fucking Houdini. But that's a different story for a different day.
I guess we're known for doing that. It was Goody Ballet the Enforcer. Yo, Ballet, you gotta pull up, man. Like, pull up. It's my birthday and all that. Like, you come to the motherfucking table and just say what's up, and then just go about your business.
Then,
like, you the enforcer. Let motherfuckers know, like, yeah, B, like, I'm the one with the 6-shooter on the hip. Oh shit, let's go. We about to go there with it.
Take that, Playboy.
take that. But then,
what's good, man? Happy birthday to you, first of all.
Thank you. That's my guy right there, B. Like, one time, I'm telling you, we gotta link up and, I don't know, have lunch in the bear and all that shit, B. It's been a long time coming.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. So we go back, man. We go back to the origins of the Off the Cuff radio thing. We go back to when I started plugging your music, because I was like, man, I was getting a little disappointed with rap at first, man. Then I heard you, and I was like, yo, this nigga's incredible, man. With the bars, the production value that you be choosing, the way you doing your visuals. I was like, man, I'm gotta support this guy. You brought life back to the culture.
Thank you. Yo, that means a lot, my dude. Thank you.
But there's a lot of whack niggas out there, man. I had to be,
You ain't never lied. But yo, I definitely appreciate that shit, my dude.
Yeah, man.
Got my guy TKO in the building. What it do though?
Yo, what up, TKO?
What's happening, fellas?
Hey, yo, TKO, we gotta talk about your guy Tony Khan. That smooth brain idiot.
Man, they need to.
Man, I'm not jacking Tony Khan, man. He said
what?
His worst Tony Khan's worst enemy is himself. I think we could.
He was moving his fucking neck, trying to sell a fucking Meltzer driver. That's problem number one.
And that look weak.
Is it really though? He's trying to keep kayfabe. It happens.
And he did it horribly.
Yeah, and I give TK props for that. He was trying to keep. He did have the neck brace. I understand. He was moving around. I get it. He was moving around.
I didn't say he did it well, but I'm just saying he's trying. You also remember the guy's not a wrestler.
No, that's not even the good part. That's not even the good part. The good part is that he fucking went on the fucking NFL Network, right?
You know what though? I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Cocaine can make you not feel nothing.
True.
I mean, like I said, he just needs to stop talking at this point.
This dude got punched in the stomach and he laid flat back. How you get punched in the stomach and you lay down like Shaquille O'Neal when he was on the Lakers?
Like a fucking sniper. Like a sniper shot you. Like the fuck?
His son took a gunshot.
Well, yo, elephant in the room time. Elephant in the fucking room time, though. Yo, Wolfpack, what it do, though? Yo. You fucked up, TK. I'm going there with it. How this dude Swerve was booked on Dynamite was preposterous. It was ridiculous. All those fucking big letter words that acquaints to disrespect. This is your first black champion, and here's my thing, right?
That's not as impressive as how you're making it sound. But go ahead.
Here's my thing. It's like, you said what?
That's not as impressive as you're making it sound.
Basically making it sound like it was better than it was booked.
No. Like, okay. Kofi winning the title after 50 years of not having a black champion in WWE. That's big. That's a big moment. Swerve winning the title after what? 5 years, right? 5 or 6. It's 5.
Yeah, going to 6. Going to 6 years.
Yeah, that doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean
No, you know why I mean something? Because this dude Tony Khan constantly getting opportunities to be the unicorn in the fucking wrestling business, and he keep taking the route that every other promoter takes.
Why? Because Swerve wrestled first.
Swerve, it didn't feel like he was a world heavyweight champion, and they know they fucked up because that after that, when he got the backlash, they wouldn't announce that this dude's going to be at Collision, and it's like,
I'm not going to completely shit on it just yet because it's only 1 week, because it's only one night, but I get it.
So basically, you treat your unicorn like he's fucking scripts from NXT. Okay, I understand that.
Oh God, you picked bottom of the barrel for sure.
Damn straight.
Jesus fucking God.
Yeah, I'm like, you got a black champion out there, and you think about the markets that you could tap into. That you could have tapped into the hip hop market, you could tap into the black podcaster, wrestler content market. There's many layers they could tap in, but they bring these dweebs out there. Those are like $120, like they never been in a life, and you gonna have them close the show? Like, really?
But that's the thing. TK used to cater to the culture from before. Remember, he had like Action Bronson and Kevin Gates, and
then he woke up
Jermaine Dupri and
and then
West Side Gun.
And woke up and realized that he woke up and realized that
he's about that though. Fans shitted on him for that too.
I didn't shit on him for that. Did I?
Y'all, we didn't, but everyone else did.
That's the marks, though.
Yeah, but for some reason, the marks have the most say in the wrestling community. If you haven't noticed,
unfortunately,
they took over the wrestling. They took over.
The fucking marks have so much more of a voice in the wrestling community than we would want them to have.
Yeah, because it's like guys that work at Trader Joe's can be a wrestler and shit. Like, what the fuck, man?
And here's the thing, right? I don't body shame when it comes to wrestling. You know what I mean? Because look at Mick Foley. People consider Mick Foley the greatest of all time, even when he looked like a ravioli eater.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was still over. Like, he didn't look like, you know what I'm saying, like Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about the character and if you could go in the ring or not. And the main thing is story. Story is so important. And like, I'll still say Tony Khan is starting to understand that when it comes to story, but he's still
your world heavyweight champion was facing Brandon Fletcher.
Well, was it Brandon or Kyle? Kyle Fletcher, Brandon Fletcher.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher, whatever the fuck his name is.
And that's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, it was just a nothing match. And then he struggled against this dude. Why are you struggling against a fucking dude named Chevy Chase Fletcher? Whatever the fuck his name is.
Like, where you find this dude from? And see, going back what you were saying, it's like we ain't body shaming because if you're nice, you're nice. We go back to like if Eddie Guerrero, the Chris Benoit's, and Kurt Angles, those guys wasn't the stepping stone bodybuilding. They had character, they were nice with it, so therefore they drew money. But these dweebs that I mentioned on the post, they ain't drawing nothing. I ain't seen nobody with a Young Buck shirt in my life.
Yo, you ain't never lied. And they made Dynamite about the Bucks. No, we not doing that.
I want to know why.
Also, and another thing, why are they beating up Tony Khan? What did Tony Khan do to these dudes to piss them off?
Jack Perry. Nobody know about Jack Perry in the hood.
Technically, it was Jack Perry that got the issue.
Tony Khan.
Well, why is the Young Bucks attacking them too? Like, yo, he fired CM Punk for you fucks.
Tony Khan, Super No Diddy was on his fucking knees, sucking their fucking dicks on a weekly fucking basis.
For this dude Okada. This dude Okada had 2 matches. He's already the fucking world heavyweight champion. Or whatever belt that fucking shit is. Who cares? All the belts don't mean shit. You might as well call him the world heavyweight champion.
Oh gosh.
This dude, they gave this dude, they booked this dude Swerve like X-Pac.
Oh God.
To treat him like RVD when he had the Money in the Bank contract.
Right, Ballet? Like
not really. RVD was actually
not RVD, Mr. Anderson. The treated him like Mr. Anderson back when he had the
Well, in Anderson's defense, he got injured. That's why they did him like that.
Here's the thing, Dynasty, right? Here's the thing, Dynasty. Like you know what I mean? Everybody in the company, whatever federation it is, what do you want to call it, federation, promotion, the people on the card, all people going on the card have to serve a purpose. Everybody's not going to be a main eventer or a champion, whatever. But if you on the card, you know what I mean? That's how you build a show. Everybody just have all assets when it comes to entertaining, workers, powerhouses, sex appeal. You know, it's different types of categories you got to fill in every single card of a fucking wrestling show. It's not
exactly.
It's not
like we don't know nothing about Okada, man. Like we ain't give us a highlight package. You ain't give us no tweet. You ain't give us no. You ain't give me a hookup. Like, why should we go ahead and invest in this? Like, why is this guy a big deal? Tell me.
Like,
nah,
we don't follow Japan over here, man.
Wolfpack was asking. Matter of fact, he said it's crazy how AEW is being laughed at. It's not crazy. It's warranted.
Here's the topper.
Man, things got to change, man.
Here's the topper about all this.
Over there. I think Vince McMahon is about to come up over there the way it's moving.
Here's the topper about all this. And this just be honest. The motherfucker was on the NFL Network. They were laughing at him, literally laughing at his dumb ass. And he thought that they were laughing with him. So that's the part that messes with my mind right now. But anyways, let's move on from that idiot. And let's talk about a new idiot called Rey Mysterio, who just sits himself in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, come on. Are we really surprised that Carlito turned on him? We called that shit a foul.
He's first ballot now. He's first ballot.
That was already.
Yo, Rey Mysterio is the heel. Rey Mysterio is the best heel in the past 2 decades.
Let's think about this for a second. How many people have turned on Rey over the years? Eddie Guerrero,
everybody,
Chavo Guerrero
twice.
Chavo Guerrero,
every single person he linked up with, all of them.
Oh my God!
And if you think of it, they're right. If you think of like when they had a reason or they cut a promo talking about why they did what they did, they're right. It makes sense.
So he's first ballot Stupid Babyface Hall of Fame. He's first ballot.
Man, I think what it is, he's stealing royalties out of Eddie's. He's stealing royalties out of Eddie. That's the lowdown.
That was Vince. That wasn't really.
That's Vince and Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, that was Vince.
That's Vicky Guerrero too, actually.
That idiot. What up, Toph? You're Vince.
Vince McMahon today.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Somebody playing that Meek Mill.
Hold on, wait a minute.
They dropped the ball not having Meek Mill pull up at WrestleMania. I think that shit was corny that he didn't show up.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's because he's too busy trying to avoid Diddy. Can you blame him? He putting in that work, Daddy.
Oh shit!
Yo, I'm glad you pulled up though, Toe. I'm glad you pulled up though, Tove. I wanted to
wrestling.
ask you this. Hold on.
Right.
Remember you were saying that you wanted that vibe when it came to the WWE draft.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They are doing it. I like the setup. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to them being in separate war rooms, and then you have the whole.
They did what we suggested them to do: have the champions not be or not be a part of the draft.
I like it. I'm liking how this is going.
They also did what I suggested, and that's make NXT at least try to feel important. You saw they draft Carmelo Hayes first.
That was good.
Jeff Kiana James, which that was a surprise.
But I've been knew Carmelo was going to SmackDown. I was saying that from before. Like next year, SmackDown is going to be Melo's show. Trust me.
Yeah, but even still, we knew Melo would be on SmackDown, but I'm just saying they haven't drafted an NXT guy in the first round since Finn Balor. So it was a nice change of pace.
Whoa. I can't wait till he start doing that shit again. The whoa. Remember when the motherfucker be like this, like how you do that shit?
How is Melo a face again?
Melo's not a face, actually.
He was acting like one.
I think he's a heel.
He's actually a heel. That's why they had him fight Cody.
No, but like, did you catch it? Or Sandman didn't catch it. I didn't catch it either. But
I'm barely watching the draft. I'm just looking at like I got the TV muted. I'm just looking yeah.
But you know, my only gripe is this, and I was watching this sometime throughout the show, is Cody and this damn hand shaking, man. Like, you ain't got to shake everybody damn hand, son.
Yeah.
It's like being ROH.
Yeah.
You're giving me sneaky politician vibes, man.
I'm telling you, he's just too respectful. You know what I mean? He tries to be too respectful.
You know what?
And they gotta go somewhere. Like in the next 2 years, he has to be like Homelander.
Nah, you know who he has to be like? You know who he has to be like? He has to take notes from Kevin Owens. Fucking whenever somebody does something to you, you don't need to talk and smile. Do what Kevin Owens did. Kevin Owens got jumped by Tama Tonga last week, left him bloody in the ring, and you know what Kevin Owens did tonight? He didn't talk. He just showed up and threw hands. That's what I mean.
But that's what Kevin Owens is gonna do regardless. You know, Kevin Owens, he stay about that smoke.
Now that's what Cody Rhodes need to do as well. In fact, he should have did that when he was left in the rain by The Rock, but he didn't do that. So.
Know what Cody Rhodes should do? Cody Rhodes should be like Mr. Bob Backlund and just go fucking insane.
No, that's Chad Gable. That's what Chad Gable should do. I remember Toph was saying that. Toph was saying that he should be on that Mr. Bob Backlund type time.
It was one of the best. It was one of the most like organic, realistic heel turns I've ever seen. To any younger viewers out there, you know, Bob Backlund was the OG back in the day, but by the new generation era, you know, he was like really just more of a veteran. The long story short of it was he had a match with Brett, and Brett beat him straight up, and it was a good match, you know, and they shook hands. And then after Brett shook hands, Brett did the one thing that you never do. Anybody who's ever played competitive sport knows what I'm talking about. You know,
clothesline to the back of the neck.
No. You know how it is, like when you play competitive basketball, football, whatever. The game's over. You shake the other team's hand, and that's it. Like you do the good game, whatever. You go to the locker room, whatever. Brett shook his hand, and then he posed to the crowd. And then after posing to the crowd, he gestured for one more handshake, and it was like you're just rubbing it in at that point. So when he gestured for the second handshake, Backlund just snapped and he beat the shit out of Brett. I remember I was crying. I cried. I thought Backlund killed Brett. I was like, God damn, you fucking killed Brett. And Brett sold it like everyone killed him anyway because he was just good like that. But it was like the most natural, organic heel turn I ever saw as a kid.
The funniest part.
You deserve that shit.
Part about Mr.
I thought that dude was bipolar when I saw that.
The funniest part about Mr. Backlund, like about Mr. Bob Backlund's entire heel run, was remember what he did to that WWE writer?
That was hilarious.
And he gave him the fucking crossface chicken wing.
Oh God.
that dude, man.
He fucked up that poor geek something horrible.
That dude Bob Backlund was bipolar. I don't fuck what no one says.
No. It's Mr. Bob Backlund.
And then I remember when he went
bipolar Bob. That's what I'm gonna call him.
When he turned heel, he made little kids. He made little kids say the name of every single president before he signs before he gets their autograph.
Oh, Backlund was a dick.
But I think I'm here for like this dude Topher saying. You know, Topher saying that Chad Gable should adopt some of that style from this dude, Mr. Bob Backlund. Yes, like not right now, but let him, gradually his character morphs into that fucking type of time. I'm here for that shit, because that promo this dude Chad Gable cut this past Monday, that shit was chef's kiss. It really was.
It needs to be like a hybrid of like Bob Backlund with a little bit of Raven. Remember how like in WCW, like when Stevie Richards would lose, Raven would just like fucking DDT him and just treat him like. Do you think
Gable's that type?
There should be like a match. They should have.
He's basically gonna have Alpha Academy go through some rigorous training. Like, so like if they lose, he's gonna beat the shit out them and shit like that.
Have Otis or Tozawa or one of them just fucking lose the match. It could be a tag match, single match, whatever. And then Kurt just beats the dog. I said Kurt. That's another idea. You know what? That's another idea. Another idea I heard pitched was what are those? What's the names? The Creed brothers?
Yeah, the Creeds.
Right.
I like that idea.
Yeah, one other idea I heard was him ditching the Alpha Academy, recruiting the Creed brothers, and then Angle sort of like adopts them like as a team Angle 2.0 or some shit.
Make them the new team Angle.
No,
I don't like that. You don't like that?
Hell no.
Why?
What do you mean? Like, are we really gonna do that? First of all, we fucking was on that type of time when they came to what's these dudes' name? The AOP or not AOP? What's it? The Dissension trying to walk in the Legion of Doom footsteps.
No, like I'm talking about. Like don't use Kurt Angle. Leave him be.
I think the Creed should stay as face tag team.
They don't
them turning into heels.
They don't fit as faces.
And linking up with Chad Gable is not it. I'm telling y'all, that shit is not gonna work.
They don't fit as faces. Make them the heel Steiner brothers. That's what they should be.
No, man.
Leave.
No, hell no. I've been against that shit. No, it's not necessary. The Creeds is already over as a face team.
I mean, the Creeds might end up getting drafted to SmackDown on Monday, so
sure.
They might not even be in the mix.
They might change their mind on that one.
I thought they were going to reunite the Usos, but they're keeping Jay on Raw. So
thank you. I'm glad they did it. And people that saying that shit, stop it.
Jimmy's not a part of the. Jimmy's
y'all do not want Jay Uso to succeed.
That's because he's injured.
What I miss out? I would have to go outside for a bit. What I miss?
Yo, I'm not sure if y'all discussed this already. Probably have. TKO and saw it, man. Y'all saw that stupid move Cody did. There's no way he's not hurt. No way.
He tried to do the Cody cutter in midair and he missed and landed on his shoulder. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
That shit look nasty.
He don't need to be doing that move anymore. Save that.
I'm about to look it up right now. Hold on.
Yeah, he needs to save that shit for the big.
Yeah, save that for Mania and SummerSlam.
You can't.
Like, I don't mind it.
How you doing?
Or he should at least do it one time in a match.
Yeah. No. Save it for Mania and SummerSlam. Fuck these fans. Fuck these fans. Save it for Mania and SummerSlam.
I think he was. I think I know what Cody was trying to do, but it didn't work.
Right.
Like he should.
Ballet said Cody is hurt.
Yeah, I know he was, because after he hit the move, it took him like about 10 seconds to actually pin Carmelo, and I was like, yeah.
What? Oh, so he fought tonight? Because I'm
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, so okay, y'all motherfuckers is happy now. Look, there you go. Y'all got that match. Y'all got that match. Now he's hurt.
AO fans, y'all can finally stop complaining. He actually had a match tonight. You're welcome.
Right. Look, like, and I fucking knew. And I said that shit in my video. I knew they had this dude Cody just chilling out these past couple of weeks. Because the dude was wrestling all weekend on WrestleMania. Back-to-back hardcore matches. Like, they acting like this dude is a fucking robot. He's a human being.
He probably sprained his shoulder. That's what probably happened.
If it's a sprain, he'll be. If it's a sprain, then he'll be okay. It's not.
No, he's good. He's good, but it's like, come on now.
Like he didn't dislocate it because his arm will be hanging.
Yeah,
he was just running it a little too long. That's all.
I know he's still able to move his arm because when the match was over, he was still able to hold up the title and stuff. So
the trick is because the first person I saw do that move was Jay Lethal, and he always called it the lethal injection.
Said she wasn't sure about it.
Right. The first time I saw that move was Jay Lethal, and he called it the lethal injection. And then Will Ospreay does it too, and his version is the Oz Cutter. But when Lethal and Ospreay, when they do it, the opponent like jumps into the cutter, so it's like safer. But the way Cody does it, he jumps off the second rope and to the it's more dangerous, and he's taller too. Like Lethal and Ospreay are like smaller in terms of stature, so when they do it, they're more likely going to land directly on their back. No diddy. But then when Cody does it, he's going to land because he's taller and bigger than them. He has a higher chance of landing like on his shoulder or his head. So I wouldn't be doing that move if I was him. Nah. He should take that out of his resume of moves if I was him, just to be safe. He can't afford another injury right now.
Slow.
Yeah, save it for Mania. Save it for Mania. Save it for SummerSlam. Save it for the most important matches.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
With all eyes upon you.
Yeah, especially considering how critical fans are of his title reign already.
We talked about this, man. They're not critical. They're just salty Roman loss. That's all.
I don't understand why they would be. They were begging for this.
No, they weren't, man.
I don't understand that shit either. I really don't understand that shit either.
You sent that TikTok clip on the group like a week before the show. What was it? That white dude who was talking about he's going to bring.
Oh, that white dude that cried.
Yeah, they're always trying to find. We talked about them, and them fans were just.
I thought he was Dominican.
I don't care what he is. It was hilarious.
Yo, this dude had the fucking Roman Reigns Golden Glove, the belts, the red jalapeno pepper beads.
He had a bloodline flag in the background.
Oh God!
It's like, yo, my guy, like, I'll fuck with the tribal chief too, but my dude.
Oh shit!
What the fuck is going on here?
It's real to them, damn it.
Oh shit, my dude Teddy Long. He's about to holler at those players.
Holla.
Don't get booked in a match with Undertaker.
Yeah, that's all you got to do, man. Tag team match play. You got to do more tag team matches. You know what I'm saying?
Don't book anybody in a match with the Undertaker.
Like no, but breaking.
This dude, hold on. If this dude, Teddy Long played Yu-Gi-Oh, you already know who his Zodiac cards would be.
Oh man!
What Yu-Gi-Oh fans
what they tried to do, I'm looking at the spot. What they tried to do what Ricochet and Melo did at NXT. It just didn't work right.
No, Ricochet and Logan Paul. That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I knew what he was trying to do. They tried to springboard at the same time, and Cody tried to catch him. Problem is, they jumped too late, and Cody, like Tope said, is taller, so it wasn't going to hit.
Yeah, because Lethal and Ospreay are smaller dudes, and the wrestlers that they wrestle are like around the same size as them. Melo is a little bit smaller than Cody is. So when he uses that move like 6'5", 6'6", right? For Cody, he's safer if he uses that move. Like he can use that, like say on a Drew McIntyre or like a Braun Breaker or a Roman or even Rock, because those dudes are big too. It's easy, but that's kind of a dangerous move to use on a smaller guy when he's so tall himself. I wouldn't be doing that if I was him. He needs to stop doing that for sure.
But those who watch basketball, Russell just got ejected from the Game 3 game against Dallas. Oof. Dallas is currently kicking their ass. So yeah, that game's over.
How about the Cowboys?
What's going on with the playoffs?
Lakers are down 0-3. That series is pretty much over. The most surprising series is that Philly Knicks series, because nobody expected. Nobody expected Joel Embiid on a bad knee to drop 50.
Jeez, really?
That's exactly what he did.
Joel Embiid.
Kyrie dropped 21 tonight.
I think the craziest sport thing I ever saw. I'm pretty sure they went over it in that Last Dance documentary. Michael Jordan, I forgot what year it was, but I know it was a playoff game, and I'm positive he had like strep throat. He was like sick as a dog, and
yeah, he had the flu game.
Yeah, he had the flu, and like he somehow just willed himself to win the game somehow, because that's crazy. Strep throat.
Apparently Utah poisoned his food before.
That's ridiculous.
Who poisoned his food?
Somebody, like a Utah Jazz fan in the hotel that they were staying in.
They lucky.
They playing.
They lucky social media didn't. They lucky social media wasn't around then. I mean, you can go to jail for that shit now.
Hell yeah, you can.
Yeah. That would have been.
That's attempted murder.
Right. Back then, that would have been like a slap on the wrist. But today, like, nah, it's over. You would have been banned for life. Probably would have got you would have been sued for a lot of money. Probably would get like a long jail sentence or some shit. That's
probably got butt fucked in Guantanamo Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because game 6 was like the following night, and like Jordan was fine for game 6. So
exactly,
yeah, they probably poisoned his food.
Yeah, like that's the thing too. Like I used to like play pranks and all that shit. We all played pranks, but one thing I never did was fuck with somebody's food. Because if you fuck on my food, you gonna be food.
But like that's supposedly how the story happened, and the thing about that was that everybody was mad at the wrong person this entire time, knowing what everybody knows about Karl Malone. I'm not really gonna get into that.
Oh, I know exactly where you're going.
Hold on. What the Final Testament did? Who they jumped backstage? I just missed something. What happened?
They just jumped.
They jumped bums. They jumped bums. That's what they did.
Who? What bums?
They jumped Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
Exactly, bums.
Really? Damn. Y'all looking crazy now.
Now, to be fair, I can't call them bums. DIY.
No, they're not bums, but it's like, come on now. Y'all dudes look like giants compared to
DIY are bums. DIY are bums.
Why they trying to make him like the Great Value DX? What are we doing
there?
here?
Give some personality. That's what it is.
That's the wrong way to go.
I said that shit years ago, man. Back when they was in NXT, like back when NXT was hot, I said they'll never work on the main roster. Vince there or not, it's just not going to work. Right, it's not going to work.
Y'all think Vince McMahon was right about that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Just like Adam Cole wouldn't work in WWE, regardless.
Cole would have probably worked.
Man, I said Adam Cole wouldn't work there either. I knew NXT.
You don't think so?
I do.
Here's the thing. From afar, I thought he could. You know what I mean, be on the main roster, but now I don't think so because he's too injury prone.
Like I think his promos would carry the day for him.
He would go further because of his promos. Yeah, no doubt about that. But
that's why they wanted him to be a manager. Remember. My bad, TKO. I just want to say one thing real quick. That's why Vince wanted this dude to be a manager. You know what I mean? I guess it's gonna be like a German manager. That's neither here nor there. It was ridiculous.
But
But
that would have been
remember,
stupid
he
as
wanted
hell.
him to be this dude, the Bearcat, the Bearcat Keith Lee's manager.
Right, good lord.
Jesus.
They wanted him to cut his hair and shit. Come on, man. He'd have been. Tell me you want to kill his career without telling me you want to kill his career.
It could have been worse. He could have been puke.
Now that heel shit that Gargano was doing when COVID was still bad, that the way thing.
That was good. I like
him,
that.
Theory.
I liked it.
I think if he did that, if you
that would
did
have worked.
that presentation, he could be a solid mid-carder. I don't think he'd be a world champion, but I could definitely see heel Gargano like U.S. champ.
I mean, his wife. I mean, his wife Candice just turned heel, so it could work.
Yeah. That you might get something there.
And that's why I said that I disagree with what Stone Cold said. You know, everybody's not going to be world champion.
Oh, okay.
He said that, you know what I mean? Like, basically, if you're not here to be a world champion, then you waste your time. I really disagree with that. Everybody has a role to fill, ultimately.
Not everybody can be the world champion.
Right.
I agree. I agree that everybody's work ethic should be to be a world champion one day. But I think the fans need to understand that it's just not possible for everyone to be a world champion. Because in all companies, whether it's WWE, AEW, or whatever, I see so many fans say, "Oh, so and so is not being used, to their potential," and it's just like, bro, like the whole Andrade thing,
Yeah.
And Andrade's my guy, and he's only been back for a couple of months, but I'm looking at it and I'm just like, what is he doing in WWE? That
he's solid though.
In AEW, right? Like he's a solid mid card guy, but
he's solid.
He's just not him. He's not him. He's never going to be a world champion. That's fine,
and that's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? He serves a purpose.
But like what I was watching the other day, because I just went to laugh for a couple of seconds, but I watched the when Eric Bischoff got powerbombed off the stage.
Kevin Nash.
You can't jack us around. You can't jack us.
He
actually said you can't jack us around. No, did he? All right, my bad.
Good. He said Eric Bischoff sold that gut punch better than Tony Khan.
You know what's the craziest part about that segment? I always pop people when people notice this. That shirt that Nash was wearing, he wore the same shirt when he powerbombed CM Punk. Dead ass.
He did?
Same shirt.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Look it up. That was the same shirt. Yes.
What a mark.
Oh, wow.
No, but he said
What a mark.
What Razor said?
Yeah, heard that shit.
He went the big man and the medium-sized man.
Medium-sized, man.
That car, damn up. Like, who are they, man? Who are they? I'm like,
Nah, but I just want to shift gears real quick. Yo, we gotta bring more females to the motherfucking round table though, B. Like, y'all don't know any females that be loving wrestling like that?
Not these days, no.
Like I know a couple.
There's a lot of them out there. It's a lot of them out there. It's just a matter of them.
There's a lot of females that love wrestling. Yeah,
there's a lot of them. Matter of fact, y'all look. There's a lot of black women becoming wrestling content creators.
Like I know a
it's
couple.
A big market.
But like she has a newborn.
I don't know any personally. I used to, like when I was in school, but not in the recent years. Nah. What about you guys?
Like I know a couple.
I don't know.
The one that I know, she has a newborn. She has a newborn kid.
Okay. Congrats to her.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to like.
Yeah. I don't know nobody either, honestly.
I remember. I remember like when AEW first started, they had like I've never cared for like the demographic shit. Like when the different journalists talk about the. What is it? The 18 to 35, 49, whatever the fuck the demographic is.
Yeah, basically
18 to 49 jackasses. But go ahead.
The age group that watches your content.
Yeah, right. I know when AEW first started, apparently it had like a really high female demographic, and I was like,
really?
Huh. it did. I remember like everybody was talking about that. I don't know about nowadays. And I think what that was I think it was like a lot of boyfriends and husbands bringing their girlfriends and wives to the show and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like the girl,
be cap. I don't believe that. Ain't no way at first that
it was
females
in the
was watching AEW.
No, that was a real thing. That was a real thing. I remember
that gotta be cap.
I remember like the official TNT account on Twitter was talking about that shit.
Well, I know
this has been a minute. This was a minute ago though. This was like 2021, 2022, and shit
no,
like
no,
that.
no. Switch it up now. You said when they first came out.
Well, I know that like most females, like I know that most females like Orange Cassidy. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, but that is the thing though. Like not just in wrestling, like a lot of boyfriends and husbands will bring their lady to a show. Most of them don't really want to be there. They're just there because their man took them there. But there might be a few who stick around.
But I know for a fact that Sandman will like her. You know why? Because she's a Roman Reigns fan.
Oh, of course she is.
So you went ahead.
I don't like a lot of Roman Reigns fans because I think they go over. Yes, male, female, dog, cat, car. Like if you go extra with that shit, like it's like, come on now, people really be going hard. Like, oh, you know what I mean? The death threats to Cody Rhodes and saying that
she's not like that.
And,
she's not like that.
Who you talking about? What's up?
Huh? No, like this.
Who are you talking about? What's up?
Like each time she texts me, like she puts the ones up.
That's right.
So they're like, I know a chat group that would be perfect for you. She said. She's like, okay, like I'll check it out. And then like I found out that she had a newborn. And so like, okay, you don't need to join up.
That's a blessing though. Shouts go out to her. That's what's up. I'm about to get my pineapple juice. I ain't gonna lie. Let me get my. Go ahead.
Please, thank God Sandman doesn't have a bloodline flag in his Good Lord. Good fucking Lord.
And then, like, I watched another show that was funny as shit too. What was it? It was like it was when Scott Steiner first turned heel.
Oh yeah, Scott Steiner. Yeah, that was a great turn. I remember that turn to this day. That was good.
And like they did the pose, and like you see Scott Steiner like holding his arms up as like the turn's about to happen.
Hey yo, Canyon, you come out here with DDP's wife, and you think that's a big deal. Why don't you tell me who hasn't been with that bitch?
Yeah.
That, oh God, when he said that, that had me dying.
Yeah.
There's some nonsensical promos that's just funny as shit. All of Scott's.
What I always remember was after Scott turned, like everybody in the crowd got up. Like I missed that. That's what I missed the most in wrestling. Like when an angle happened, everybody in the crowd was like, "Oh shit!" Like
That's
that's
because we didn't have internet back then. Now with all these spoilers, it doesn't matter.
Like when he. Like he would go to fans. He would go to fans in the crowd and go like, "Shut up!" He would shut the fuck up. Like, he was just so awesome. Scott Steiner and Psycho Sid. Those will always be my two favorite wrestlers.
Oh man,
Psycho Sid because of his promos alone. His promos alone was funny.
They need to come out with a wrestler called Psycho Scott.
Oh man.
Because when he said, because like when Sid guy, "Shut up, fat man," when we turned heel.
And he was goody. Oh shit! And he got the tequila on deck for Sandman. I don't like tequila. I'm not a tequila type of guy.
Speaking of Scott, I saw Drew McIntyre had a he retweeted the picture of Sheamus and then quote tweeted the Scott Steiner, he's fat TNA promo. That was great.
Wow.
Fat. He's fat.
Oh man,
that was just funny. Scott Steiner Psycho Sid was funny. Ministry of Darkness Taker was just on a different level of shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ministry of Darkness Taker. That's like ADHD, like just singing random lyrics in the shower and you forgot it. Like,
man, that's perk taker term. I stand by that. Jesus Christ, Taker was on perks that year doing that ministry shit for real.
Ministry of Darkness Taker.
Sometimes, man, I think when people share stories and shit, like in their head, they may think it might make somebody look good, but really it makes them kind of come off like a dick. I saw like this YouTube short of The Miz like 2 weeks ago, and he was telling the story of how he was bullied out the locker room and how he had to change attire in the restroom with everybody else. And this had gone on for like a year. And so then he walked up to Taker because Taker was like, what was it? What they call it? Locker room court judge. I forgot what they called that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Wrestler's court.
Wrestler's
court. Right. Yeah. Yeah. He walked up to Taker and was basically like, "Hey, can I get my spot back in the locker room?" And then Taker was like, "Yeah." And so Miz got like all emotional about it. Like, so it was almost as if like, so I think when he told the story, it was trying to make Taker like look honorable. But I was like, wait a minute. So this dude knew that you were basically changing in the restroom for like a year and he didn't do shit. That actually made Taker come off like a bum. Like, so he knew what was happening and he didn't do shit. Like, so whatever. I don't care.
The funniest Scott Steiner pro. Remember what he said to Matt Morgan when he said, "I'm a wrestler. I'm a wrestler. You're a basketball player. Who's afraid of a basketball player than another basketball player?"
I mean, he wasn't wrong about that. Matt Morgan was terrible.
No, bro, he was the DNA of TNA. Don't you know? After every push he got,
on some real shit, like especially compared to the champions that they had, Matt Morgan deserved the run with the TNA championship.
Bro, man, Hogan gave him his fucking Thunder Lips cape for his interest. That's how much of a hard on. Nah, no, did he? Hogan had on Morgan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
if he cared about Morgan that much, he would have made him champion.
It was ball game. It was ball game over for Matt Morgan. The second Scott Steiner said, like, if I had your DNA, I'll shoot myself. No. I'll hit myself. I'll shoot myself.
But that shit was so funny with that Braun Breaker match and this dude
Cedric Alexander. They need to release Cedric like today.
Yeah, I'm expecting to release papers any day for him.
Yo, that shit was so funny because it's like before this dude Braun Breaker caught him with the spear. When he was doing all that flippity hoo-ha shit, I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
He's gonna do that handspring enziguri that he does, and then
the match just started. All he did was Irish whip you. You saw flipping all over the place. Braun Breaker's not tired, anything like that.
All right.
No, that reminds me of. Remember
that shit. That's that shit where they tell you, all right, as soon as the bell rings, go home, and they're like, all right, how can I make the best of this 10 seconds? Oh, I know, I'll do a flip.
And Braun Breaker caught him lovely with that shit though.
You know that Braun Breaker spear reminded me of? Remember that scene from Indiana Jones when dude was like around his nunchucks, and the Indiana Jones just shot him.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
You know what that would have reminded me of? Braun Breaker would have speared him harder. It would have been like how Rhino did The Rock.
Oh yeah.
But why is Carmelo even fighting Cody tonight? What's going on? I don't know.
Because, Sandman, it's the beginning of a new era.
Like a fresh match, whatever. But it's like, why? And you know Carmelo is definitely going to lose. Shouldn't he be winning tonight?
Because Triple H is getting that shadow booking from Vince on the cell phone, you know.
Like, yo, what are we doing? Be like, you gotta, like, I'll call it like how I see it. Like, Swerve 2, whatever. WWE, who I don't give a fuck.
At least
I just hate when they do silly shit like this. Right, at least. And he barely won. This dude was struggling.
Kyle Fletcher is Kyle Fletcher's still in that faction with Will Ospreay, ain't he?
Like, it don't matter. If Samoa Joe would have went up against Kyle Fletcher, he would have broke him in half.
Bro, you're comparing Swerve to Joe. Come
He's a
on.
part of the faction.
Swerve didn't Swerve beat Joe for the heavyweight championship? It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Even still, but like I said, at least Swerve won his match. You got Mello against Cody.
I just disagree with the take that the match was meaningless. It had meaning, just not for Swerve. But there was a story there.
The story is Don Callis and this group breaking up. So
right.
Yeah.
Can we end this discussion about really quick? Can we end this discussion about Ray? About Ray being in Super
Oh, yeah. We already sent the voice clip. Yeah, Ray solidified tonight. He's the GOAT.
Everybody's turned on this man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's the true heel. We just don't know it yet. Rey Mysterio is the best heel in the past 2 decades.
Like the second that video came up, Enter Sandman started playing.
Oh God. I got a question though. Are they going to give Carlito his old theme music back after this?
They better.
And speaking of theme musics, WWE, stop teasing Drew McIntyre's Broken Dreams theme on your page. God.
You fucks.
God almighty, man.
WWE, like I said, like with Meek Mill should have performed for this dude Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Or
at least give him back. WWE, either give Drew Broken Dreams back or just forget about it. Because, damn.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Meek should have showed up, and then P. Diddy could have walked up to Triple H and be like, hey, man, how come you ain't never partied with me? And then Stephanie will get, like, PTSD flashbacks and shit.
What's up with this dude, Nick Khan? He just sold all his shares, and I guess he just jumped on a motherfucking airplane and went to a deserted island somewhere.
Nah, that means nothing.
He's next.
Perhaps.
This dude cast out all his chips and boogie.
You said it yourself. I'm being serious now, like all jokes aside. As soon as this motherfucker joined WWE, all of a sudden bodies started to roll. Nah, this dude knows what the bodies are himself. He's getting the fuck out of Dodge.
That's why I call him Killer Khan.
That's why nobody even knew. You forget. People didn't even know who Nick Khan was.
He's Killer Khan. He's not Nick Khan anymore. He's Killer Khan.
He was terminating contracts so he could get more money.
He knew it was up. He knew it was up. Oh yeah, more information came out about that lady. I forgot her name. The one that's going after Vince. Yeah, Janelle Grant. There was more stuff on that.
So how bad this is now.
What happened? Go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah, so basically the long story short of it is that Vince is coming back with his lawyer, and I believe it's the same guy that helped Kobe back in the day when Kobe was going through his case. I don't know the gentleman's name, but but basically they revealed that she was married while the shit with Vince was going on, and so her dad was in hospice and her mom was paralyzed in a wheelchair or something like that. And the suite that she was staying in, it was like a condo apartment complex. And that's when she met Vince. And basically, after the parents passed and she was grieving and shit, that's when Vince came in. But the story was kind of alleging to the fact that when she was having her meetings with Vince, she was sneaking away from her husband. And the reason why he didn't pay her the money that was agreed upon was because she broke the NDA. So basically, he's trying to shame her. He's using the shame defense. It's basically an old school tactic where you're in court, you're accused of doing something bad, and so instead of kind of defending your case, you bring up bad shit the other person did.
Of course,
to kind of change.
Doesn't that make the situation so much worse, though? To be honest.
Yeah, it does. It does and stuff. So, and her lawyer contacted back and. She was just saying that, Vince was basically saying the same shit that we were saying, is that, Vince is just trying to take the heat off of him. And Anyway, he's going to do everything he can to prevent this from going to trial. And I guarantee you it is going to go to trial. And if you thought that shit a couple of years ago with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard was a fucking circus, it's going to make that look like a fucking Disney movie. Get ready.
Yeah, but at least we knew Johnny Depp was innocent.
Right.
Johnny Depp was innocent. Vince is gonna get hung out to dry.
Especially if Vince is running his own federation at the time the trial starts.
Bro, Vince is gonna get locked in a cell right next to Sonny. Shit.
At the time the trial starts, if Vince is running his own federation, that is ball game over.
That's going to be some Soprano shit when he has to go to trial. The screen's going to fade to black. That's what's going to happen.
Oh god. I still want to see more of the divas come to shed some light on this. One of them is Kelly. I know for a fact she knows something.
Yeah, once it comes to trial, that's when it's gonna start. You know, he's gonna be like, "What's his face?"
She was 19 when she signed, right?
Hell yeah, she was 19. Yeah. She was 19, and they had her do a strip tease in her debut.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. I don't know. I don't even know y'all even know about this dude. Like once it goes to trial, it's gonna be like that Keith Raniere guy. You know, that was a big scandal a couple of years ago. He had like that fucking cult. There's like an HBO documentary about it called The Vow. Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was a pyramid scheme, but really what he was doing was it was supposed to be like a self-help group, but it was really a pyramid scheme. And then he was
in Utah. That was in Utah, right?
Yeah, it was in Utah, and it was like in Pennsylvania, New York, and the fucking chick from Smallville, Allison Mack, I think that's her name, the one who played Chloe. She was like one of his main right-hand women or some shit. And that was a big story in the news a couple of years ago, like right before COVID. But there was a lot of allegations and rumors and hearsay. And how they got him was he left the state. He went to like Mexico, I believe. And they had the information to get him. And the Mexican police, the Mexican government were contacted by the FBI because that wasn't their jurisdiction. And that's how they got him. And then as soon as he went to trial, that's when just more people started coming out. Because when you are confirmed to go to trial, like when it's confirmed, like, okay, a trial is going to happen.
All rats ship the ship.
Yeah, right. Because when that's the case, when it's confirmed you're going to trial, then it's over. Like then that's when people are going to feel safe and security to come out and
that's
tell
when you know
their
you're
story.
fucked.
Yeah, that's what they're waiting for. That's what all them divas, like the fucking Kellys and the fucking Christy Hemmies and the Candice Michelles and just all them ruthless aggression era chicks, Layla, Gail Kim, all of them, Victoria.
Oh, those are gonna be fucking horror stories.
Yeah, they're just waiting. They're just waiting, and it's gonna come. I'm gonna predict it's gonna be here about a summer to fall, but I don't see Vince getting out of this one. I don't.
I still think that Vince has something to do with that, with what happened to Ashley. Like I'm not even gonna go there with it, but I'm gonna go there with it. I mean that shit too.
Like I'm telling you, like I tell you this much right now. If the divas come up, Vince would go the horror.
Bro, Ashley Massaro would have buried Vince. I could see. Sure.
Hey, real quick, AJ's new theme kind of hits. I kind of like it.
I still want to hear the full version of that shit.
I gotta listen to it. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay for what I hear. I know other people don't like it, but from what I hear, it's pretty good. But I want to hear the full version.
Like in a smaller arena, it hits.
I don't know if it was the speakers or the sound system at WrestleMania,
it can't be played in the stadium.
Yeah, I think the stadium acoustics kind of made it sound whack, but it sounds pretty dope, honestly, from what I hear.
I kind of like it. Because I just heard it just now, so I kind of like it.
Yeah, I want to hear the full version when they release it.
All right, Sir Mac, what to do though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ballet. I heard what y'all was talking about with the whole Ashley Massaro shit. It really is a sad story.
Nah, Vince definitely played a part in that. I'm going there
Right.
with it.
I guess that's what TK was referring to, right? What was he on the draft? He
Yeah.
called WWE the Jeffrey Epstein of professional wrestling.
Come on now,
guy.
you're a rapist.
That was the wrong time. That was the wrong time to say it,
Yeah.
knowing what Jericho is going through right now. You cannot say that.
Wasn't that confirmed false though?
Yeah, but still,
I don't know if it was or not. I don't know.
when you have those implications, you don't say anything like that.
Yeah.
You don't throw rocks when you're living in a glass house.
Where the fuck is where's Johnny Ace at? Is he just persona non grata? Is he's
Pretty
just
much.
blackballed for life? Okay.
Like,
Watch
what,
Vince.
what do you want him to do? Johnny A's like, what, he's like 80 years old. He just
Like,
chilling.
That guy need to go. That guy need to go. Fuck him.
Vince will go
The
like,
reason I was thinking about him is I always think about the end. Y'all seen Casino, right?
Really?
yeah.
Right. Remember the end of the Casino when like anybody who knew anything got whacked. Johnny
Like,
Ace,
come on now.
Johnny
Man,
Ace,
you asked me that. Come on.
Johnny Ace would be part of that group, so I'd be sweating bullets if I was him.
That Vince will go like,
That man need to get the axe immediately if he
Vince
hasn't
was-
already.
Vince would say, my new head of talent relations is Johnny Laurinaitis. Like, oh fuck.
Virgo Bay said, I'm convinced WWE traffics to the troops, aka the government, for tax breaks and connections.
Yeah, that's a good.
I
That's
could
a good theory.
definitely see that. After that story I heard about that tribute to the troops trip with the Divas, I could definitely buy that.
I always
You can
wondered
tell-
why they stopped going there, so it definitely adds credibility to that.
You can tell who was involved in each part of that, like in each part of the Vince McMahon stories. You can tell who was around and who wasn't, because people were saying like oh, like what if Triple H was in it? I was like, Triple H was a wrestler at the time Ashley got assaulted. I don't think he was there.
I
He
think
wasn't.
the reason why they asked that is because, you know, Triple H always been treated like royalty even when he was active.
True, but
Yeah, but he didn't have no pull like he does now.
Yeah, true, but you know what I'm saying? Let's really be real. Triple H always been a main event guy. Like, there's only like I would say like a half of a year he was booked like a mid
He
carder.
wasn't always a main event guy. No, that's not true.
Well, most of the time.
yeah, Sandman.
He was
Sandman
only.
was that-
He was
Sandman
only.
was
Most of the time, we're not gonna do that. Most of the time,
bro.
Triple H
He
was
was
definitely
only.
booked
He
like
was
a main
only a
event
true
guy.
main eventer. He was only a true main eventer when Austin and Rock were gone. Like,
No, Sandman. With that theory, the Ultimate Warrior will love to talk to you right now.
Yeah, you can never forget about that squash. But at that time, at that time, he wasn't a mid card. He wasn't a main event guy. He was a mid card guy.
No, I always make the comparison.
Guy.
He'll always be the Jay-Z of professional wrestling. Jay-Z was only the guy when Tupac and Biggie were out of the picture. Dead ass. Triple H was only the guy when Austin and Rock were out of the picture.
I don't know about that one.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say Jay-Z because even Jay-Z. There was never a period where he was the hottest, bro.
Yeah, he was never the hottest, but he played politics to get to where he was, just like Triple H did.
No,
yes, he did, bro.
TKO,
Rockefeller, Beyonce, come on now.
Stop.
Nah, he played politics, my guy.
Hold on.
Right.
It definitely was a time when Jay-Z was at the top of the food chain. You can't say that, TKO.
But wasn't he battling?
I'm not even. I'm just saying facts. Remember, like this dude, especially around that time, he was littered all through the radio. Only kept playing.
We're all about this. We're all about the same age, mostly. And in the early 2000s to like the mid 2000s, basically like when just about all of us were in high school, he was top 3. Some would say top 2 at that time. You know, I'm not discrediting his success, but I just always thought that he played politics to get to where he was, just like Triple H did. And that's what you got to do sometimes. I'm not hating him on it, but I'm just saying he did play politics.
But to be fair, like it was him and Nas that were battling it out.
Also, a lot of his rhymes were basically recycled Biggie verses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But wasn't it really like him and Nas though? Like wasn't him solely at the top? It was him and Nas at the top.
Yeah. At that point, it was like Nas, it was Jay-Z.
50.
Yeah, it was
50.
It was
Eminem.
fucking. It was DMX too. Fucking the Locks. Like it was heavy hitters.
Yeah, especially around that time, like what 2000 and
2000
because what he always did, because what he always did,
the late 90s, like what 98 to 2005.
Right, and the reason why I compared it to is because like Triple H, like there was never a moment in his entire, like when he was on the up and up, he was never by himself ever. He surrounded himself with people who were more talented than him, who were more over than him. And there are people who do this in real life where it's like, if I surround myself with people who are more successful than me, then maybe their success will rub off on me. And that can happen sometimes because
so you think Jay-Z was on that same type of time?
Not to that extreme. Jay-Z definitely had more talent. By no means am I ever saying that Jay-Z had, I said Jay-Z. Jay-Z definitely had talent. But when you compare Jay to a lot of other rappers of that era, Jay-Z did a lot more collabs. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with collabs. Nothing wrong with that.
Like the day that Triple H was really at the top was during his feud with HBK when HBK first came back. Like he put HBK
and by that point, Rock and Austin were basically out the picture.
They were gone.
Yeah, right. You know, that's what I'm talking about. And then he married Stephanie, and politically that helped him. Just like Jay-Z married Beyonce, and that politically helped both of them.
Yeah, but in Triple H's kind of defense, though, Vince McMahon was against his marriage to Stephanie at the time.
Right.
Nobody takes my woman.
I think Jay-Z just he was like Triple H in the sense that he wanted to get to the top of the mountain and he was willing to do whatever it took to get there and didn't really care who he ran over on the way to that top of the mountain. But you know, I don't hate the guy or anything.
But Trips, to me, all those things that Vince or the scripted promos that Vince had Trips do, that wasn't really Trips. You could tell by the way it sounded that wasn't him. And like the most surprising part about those promos is that everybody attributes it to Triple H as if it was a WCW promo. No. They were always scripted.
And there's been rumors for years. I know, like, is he say, she say, TKO, Sandman, y'all might know more about this, but I've heard stories for years. Like there may have been like some tomfoolery, some thievery going on between Biggie and Jay-Z. Some people say Jay-Z stole some of Biggie shit. Some folks were saying Biggie stole some of Jay-Z shit. You know, regardless of.
First of all, I definitely heard a lot of Biggie's rhymes and Jay-Z's songs. So
a ton of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that goes further back to the Triple H shit because, and I didn't even know about it when I was younger, but, you know, I found out in later years, you know, Triple H stole most of his shit from the franchise, Shane Douglas. And I didn't know that because I didn't watch ECW. Then I started watching ECW.
Yeah. And then like you saw the beret. You saw the beret.
Right. He definitely capped fucking Shane Douglas shit, which is a bitch move, by the way, because they fucking bullied him when he was in WWF, and they were saying shit like, "Oh, you're not going to be a top guy. You're not a main eventer. You're beneath us. Yet you steal his shit." You know, no one ever really called him out for that. But so that's another reason why I find Jay-Z and Triple H similar. But
doesn't the franchise just kind of like accepted it pretty much, right?
I guess
like he wasn't mad about Triple H.
I mean, he ain't talking about it, so I guess so.
No, the people that the franchise was really mad at. He was mad at HBK, He wasn't really mad at Trips.
He was mad at Scott and Sean. I think Scott went to an ECW show once and Shane told him like get the fuck out of here or something. He didn't want him there or something like that. So
it's because Trips is more of a like I said, like Trips to me is one of the good guys in wrestling. That's what I think. I'm not too sure. I'm not positive about it. But it makes it
Biggie and Thief too. Let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about that.
Oh man,
yeah, let's talk about that. What did Biggie steal? What's going on?
Did Biggie steal Jay-Z's rooms too?
I've heard from both sides. I've heard that.
Oh, they stole from Pop. I think that's what she's saying, right?
I know that you can find a radio interview. I heard it years ago. I don't know where the fuck it is on YouTube, but there is a radio interview. No, it wasn't a radio interview. He stole his name.
She said he stole his name. Let's look it up real quick.
Okay. There is I said a radio interview. It's not a radio interview. There is an actual interview. I saw this years ago. I don't know where the fuck I saw it. Tupac was talking to somebody, and in the interview, he said that he told Biggie to change his style because in the beginning, Biggie was just rapping about, in Pac's own words, party shit. And then Pac told him, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said, don't rap for the niggas, rap for the bitches or something like that. The bitches will buy your album or I'm not going to pretend to speak like Pac, but that's more or less what he said. He told Biggie to basically change your style, change your flow, change your look, and basically perform for the ladies. That's
I remember that. You're right. I remember that.
Right.
Because that's who bought the music at that time.
Right.
It was the females.
Right.
The females had bought the music at the time.
To me, Pac is always going to be like the better rapper out of Biggie and Pac. Like I always said that Pac was more dynamic than Biggie.
Lyrically, as an adult with more maturity and taste, I think Biggie's better lyrically.
You think so?
Oh shit! I think I found it. Hold on, I think I found it.
But when it comes to like issues and shit, then Pac is no question because Pac actually rapped about shit in his songs. Not that Biggie didn't, but
Pac is a better storyteller.
I found it. Hold on, wait.
Right.
I'm about to pull it up on the highly expensive Counciltron real quick. Hold on.
Mute the sound because we do not want to get copyrighted.
I know what to do. Okay. I think I found that shit though. Give me 1 second. Pow. Y'all see that shit?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Papa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
And
all
you gotta do, y'all see the title. You know, y'all can just look it up for yourself, and y'all can hear the actual the comparison to the tracks. I ain't gonna play it here, of course.
I think wasn't that dude like from the South, like Louisiana or some shit?
Yeah.
I've heard this story before many years ago.
Oh wow!
Right.
Wow.
Oh, everybody takes inspiration. It seems. Yep.
Huh.
Virgo said, "Yeah, he's from Mississippi."
I was off. I thought it was Louisiana, Mississippi. Yep.
Well, we know Juicy. We know Juicy's a remake. So
why do you want to steal from the poorest state in the country?
I ain't trying to take down no damn legend. I'm just trying to state facts. You know that's what the council roundtable is about. We bring facts over here.
Right. You should ask that. You should ask that other coach who stole from Mississippi. Jesus.
I love, man. He's like an OG man. I fucking love and respect Eddie Griffin. I love Undercover Brother. I still watch the shit to this day. Love him.
Oh, that shit was funny.
Yeah, but he be tripping sometimes. I remember like when the Bill Cosby shit happened. He was saying shit like, "Oh man, Hollywood is taking down all our black legends and shit."
What?
And I was just like, Eddie, bro, man, I love you, man. This is not the time and place, man. Ain't no legends gonna be taken down if you're not a piece of shit. But that's neither here nor there.
You better shrug out looking on that one.
Bally's asking you, where's Jacob Fatu, Black Star?
Jacob Fatu.
He's most likely going to debut at Backlash.
They slowed down his debut. They said they're not going to rush it. So
yeah, he's likely to debut in Backlash.
And honestly, I'm not mad at it. They don't need to debut Jacob at the draft.
Like the only
you know how hard it is. Do you know how hard it is going to be for me to be like, hell, Contra? I still want him to say that shit in WWE. Like, he's going to be so into his heel promo, he'll forget.
I think that what's likely going to happen, and like I haven't got confirmation about it, so I can't really. This is just a theory of mine. But like I think that that Tama wasn't the person driving the car that crashed into KO. I think Tama is going to lean towards that direction. That I wasn't the one driving the car; somebody else was driving the car.
I think Jacob will debut at Backlash and cost Jay the match as a way to bring Jay back into the story. Because
not Jay, I think KO.
Can we agree with this though? Can we agree on this when it comes to my guy Kevin Owens? He's like the mid-card MVP.
He is.
Yeah,
and it's no shade to him at all. Like he's basically the gatekeeper of the mid-card. I'll definitely give him that.
And why isn't he the champion?
I think that's more Nakamura, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, because Kevin Owens, he could lose and still look legitimate. That's a fact. This dude Nakamura don't look legitimate at all. He looked like he messed up my order.
Because I think it's gonna break down like this. I think that The Rock is the new wise man, and then Heyman's gonna fall back.
We don't know what The Rock. We don't know how The Rock will play a factor in this, or Roman Reigns.
He's the wise man.
I'll just go ahead and say this, man. The only negative I see to this story is obviously the end game is the Usos reuniting, and I'm sorry, I'm not here for that at all. That shit is
Jay,
not at all.
Jay is still staying on Raw, so that looks like that story's out the window.
Right, but if you think about that's going to be the end game, probably at War Games later this year, and I'm not here for that shit at all. I have for a one-off, like one night only, sure, but like an indefinite, like a permanent, like all right, we're back together. Like you guys won the titles like what 9-10 times? There's nothing else to do.
Like Tofu, what if you do it like this? Like remember when Booker T first went on his single run in WCW?
Mm-hmm.
And like they had Stevie Ray there, right? But when they came back together, Booker T was still on his singles, push, and like every once in a while, like every few or so months, he would tag back with his brother.
I'm for that. I'm for that. Yeah, I wouldn't be against it. It's just the problem is WWE doesn't really do that. Maybe under this new era they will, but. Yeah,
maybe, but like that would work, right?
I just think
it would work. Beer Money did that.
I just think Jey Uso should stay away from this dude Jimmy for right now. Now, when it comes to Survivor Series, like you spoke about that from before, and cool. When it comes to that, like Bloodline, Civil War Part 2 type shit, have Jimmy and Jay link up for that, and after that, that's it.
Yeah, like every now and again.
Jay Uso should be winning the Royal Rumble next year. Fuck that.
Like every now and again, like for
Unless
instance, like
you think
at
they
Mania.
pulled the trigger with Jey Uso at Backlash?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, like Jacob is either going to ruin Jay's title opportunity or he's going to attack KO.
Well, I'll say this much: I didn't really care to talk about it on Tuesday. That shit with Priest and Jay was hella forced. Sure, the match will be good, but that promo was forced as hell. I didn't mention that on Tuesday.
Now the best promo was burger after burger after burger. I was like, oh, beautiful.
They're trying to make up a. That's when you can kind of tell they're kind of like they did that promo and they're trying to ass pull like, oh, Jay and Damian were like really good friends, and it was like, when these two never had an on-screen conversation at any point in time. I feel like when they did that promo, I felt like, you know, like those moments when you're watching an anime and like you skip like 10 episodes ahead, it feels like you missed something. That's what I felt like when I watched that promo. I was like, yo, man, this shit ain't it. So that made them both look bad. So I don't know what the fuck I don't know what that segment was.
Look, I'm just loving the stories that's being built. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain about that shit too much. And this dude, Drew McIntyre,
he's the new best heel in the business.
I'm telling you, this dude. He said, "Yeah, I remember you just said we was having a bonga after bonga, but after you came back from your injury, it was burger after burger
after burger." And then
they better get a Burger King sponsor now.
Sheamus was laughing when he said it.
Yo, that would have been amazing if the crowd would have chanted Burger King. But that would have been gold.
Sheamus started laughing as soon as he said it. I was like, he got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Fucking Sheamus should be the Burger King. Like, go there with it. He was a king from afore. Like, remember, he already won the King of the Ring from afore.
Oh God, that shit was so ass. Don't remind me.
I'm telling you, King Solo just sounds so perfect.
Nothing was ever as bad as King Corbin, though. That was pretty ass.
Yeah, King Corbin was worse, but King Solo just sounds so perfect. Either that or King Gunther. It sounds perfect.
When it came to King Corbin, it was no plan for him. Like, okay, you won you won the King of the Ring. Now what? I'm just gonna.
They had no plans for any of the King of the Ring winners. If you
Corbin's push ended. It got fucking shotgunned the second that Cena showed up when he cashed in.
They had him win King of the Ring, and then they had him in that dumbass feud with Roman Reigns. Like, what?
Oh yeah, they had dog food. That was pretty bad.
that was a ball game over.
That shit dragged until WrestleMania. What?
Ball game over was when freaking what
are you talking about? Corbin?
Yeah, that Corbin feud with Roman dragged way too long. I'm like,
he's the leader of Indus.
Oh, gender. Yeah.
There you go.
Cringer Mahal.
The second.
He lost.
Second he cashed in against Gender. Cena showed up and fucked up his cash in.
What was worse about it was and the camera team fucked up. If you look at that, what's that?
Nah, what was worse about it is how the hell you cash in. You hit Cena with the briefcase. You haven't showed your face all night. You haven't been in one match. You're 100%, and you get pinned off of a roll-up. What?
What I was going to say, what was bad about it was if you go back and watch that, he was waiting for his spot. Like, he was waiting for Cena to come out. Like, when he cashed in, when he gets in the ring and he gives the referee, he gets in the ring, he hits Jinder with the briefcase. He looks at the ref rings the bell, and then he turns his head slightly because Cena was late on his cue. So he stood there like a fucking idiot, waiting for Cena to screw him. No, did he? So it made it look worse.
That was the ultimate. Jinder Mahal is the ultimate, and then the bell rings.
Bum.
Pretty much.
Like, oh, you stupid fox.
Like, that dude been trash. I don't get how people be, you know what I mean? Like, I get, he has an appearance like a heavyweight, like a big deal, whatever the case may be. But like what y'all said, when that bell rings, duh.
The funniest part about Jinder's firing was when he said, like, oh, we should bring back 3-man band. We should bring back 3-man band back together. And then Drew just kind of ended it. Drew just kind of ended it in an instant, saying, like, yeah, you're on your own, motherfucker.
Jinder should go to Halal Brothers.
Oh God.
Racist jokes, yeah.
Well, I always said before, man, I don't care if you're trying to cater to a market. If you want to experiment, go ahead and experiment with a secondary belt. You don't experiment with a world title. You just don't.
They fired every single one of those Indians. Like, every single one of those people.
Let me see what we got here. Oh, never mind. No update. Okay.
They fired Shanky. They fired Shanky. They fired that other idiot. They fired.
There's just pictures going viral.
They fired all of them. It's funny, like, because their name was in this shit, right?
Yeah.
Where should Jinder go?
They shared all their pink slips.
Where should Jinder go? Nowhere, ballet. He can just go in the Indies. He'll be fine. Just being in WWE, he'll get offers and he'll make a good money. But
oh my God,
I don't really think any particular.
I'll be surprised if I'll be surprised if Crenshaw Mahal continued wrestling. I really would. I wouldn't be surprised if he retires.
Watch. Now, if he goes to the Indies, they're like, oh my God, it's Jinder Mahal. Crickets.
No. You know how the wrestling fans are. He appears somewhere else, they'll treat him like The Rock.
Yeah, just him being for better or worse, him being a former WWE champion, he'll clean up very nicely in the Indies. He'll get a nice pay, but I don't think there's any particular company that I think would really benefit with him. There's no company I see him really thriving in. I'm with Sandman here. I think he'll just sort of do his own thing, probably find other ventures in life, maybe have like a wrestling school or something. I don't know. But
next week on SmackDown just became official. KO and Randy Orton versus Tama Tonga and Solo. Tama Tonga's debut match.
I'm kind of curious what his finisher will be, because in New Japan, his finisher was the gun stun, which is basically his version of an RKO. And he's facing Orton in his first match. So I'm like, they wouldn't let him actually hit that on Orton, would he? If he hits Orton with the gun stun, that's how I'll be convinced for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, Vince really is gone. Because there's no way in hell Vince would let somebody come in WWE in their first match and hit a cutter on Randy Orton of all people.
But everybody does a cutter now. Everybody
still, it's Orton though. It's Orton though. You know what I mean? You can hit a cutter on a Randy. Right.
Right. Henny God said Crenshaw should go to AAA. He should be the janitor at AAA.
Yeah, speaking of AAA, to anyone that cares, Tessa's down there now. She's actually signed to AAA. So
yeah,
did she sign back to TNA?
There was a report.
There
was a report that TNA, unconfirmed reports, that they were interested in reaching out to her, but we haven't heard anything new yet. But Mexico doesn't care. They don't give a fuck in Mexico. They don't care in Puerto Rico. They don't care in Japan. Well, they do care in Japan, but Mexico and Puerto Rico don't care.
How did Tessa Blanchard literally fuck up the Blanchard name? Her father was part of the Horsemen.
Well, to quote Scott, she's a slut. There you go.
Right. Then that video came out, and she fucking machine gunned that name. She machine gunned Carl Anderson that name.
It sucks too, because everybody had high praise for her. She was going to be the future
Her career got machine gunned.
Which sucks because she legit is good.
Yeah, and she got that Matt Riddle subspagus or whatever the fuck Sandman said that one time because she's always fucking different dudes. Like, calm down.
Yeah, when it comes to
succubus.
Yeah, when it comes to females, it's succubus, and when it comes to males, it's incubus.
She's like dating another like wrestler down there. I'm like, dude, that's like the fifth wrestler you've dated. Like, this bitch can't go to a relationship to hold her life.
Didn't she get divorced?
Yeah, because she cheated. Yeah.
Punk did a promo.
I've heard unconfirmed reports about this for years, and I couldn't get a definitive confirmation of it, but I couldn't get a definitive that's not true either. The word that I heard, remember all those years ago when they did the what was it? Not the Cruiserweight Classic. Was it called the Mae Young Classic or whatever the fuck? It was like a woman tournament or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mae Young Classic. Yeah.
Tessa was like in the first match. She was in the first match against Kairi, and it was a good match, and she lost. And everybody in Full Sail was shocked that Tessa lost. The unconfirmed story that I heard, and this was a minute ago, was that she was very unhappy that she lost in her first match. She caused a scene backstage, and she slapped Ricochet. Because she was dating Ricochet. Right. And then not long after that, Ricochet got signed by WWE. And then right after he got signed by WWE, like, they broke up. And I thought that, and I remember back then, I've never been a gossip person, but I always thought that was really strange because they had been together for a good minute. And as soon as he got signed, it was like, nope, not together anymore. I was like, that's really sus. That's really
but Ricochet traded up in a huge way again with Samantha Irving.
Yeah, well, he's a whore too. He needs to keep his pants up, but that's another story. But
if he's really getting married to Samantha, I don't see how he can't. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he still needs to do our fucking shit. What's that guy's name again? Andrew Tate. Yeah, he needs to do our Andrew Tate idea. What else does he got going on?
Oh God.
Yeah, it's like they teased it from before and nothing. Remember, they had them walk into the arena.
Right.
A couple of shows they did that shit.
And I think we're talking about Gunther and Solo. I think King Ricochet has a nice ring to it too.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's his fucking name.
Right. Matter of fact, what we got at Dynasty with Swerve, when he came out and Prince Nana put the rope on Swerve for his entrance. You mean to tell me you can't see right? Imagine Samantha doing that for Ricochet. Like, bro, that'd be fire.
You know what I think it is also? Who's gonna replace? Give me 1 second, TKO. Like, I just want to talk about what this dude Toph just said. Because it's a great idea, but I think the reason why they ain't go all the way with it because if she was gonna end up being this dude's manager, who's gonna replace her when it comes to the ring announcing?
That's the problem.
She can do both.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What's her name? Melissa Santos. She did that in Lucha Underground. Remember? She'd be involved in angles.
Well, with all the hate that Samantha gets now, would people really want that?
Wait, she gets hate? Why?
She gets hate. Brian Hebner.
No, wait.
That's number one.
Okay, I see. So basically, she gets hate because she's black.
TKO. Let me ask you a question. Brian Hebner, who is he in the grand scheme of things? He ain't shit, right?
It's not just him. It's not just him. It's other fans too.
Okay, we know it, man. We know it, man. They give her shit because she's black. If she was white, nobody would give a shit. The next question.
What if it's your own? But what if it's one of your own that hates you?
We know this. Why do you think we fucking whack Scott? No Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez Louise.
Oh God.
It's like what 10 consecutive.
Remember that one scene?
I don't be understanding that. I don't be understanding that Samantha Irvin hate. I really don't. How dare her be happy that Cody Rhodes won the heavyweight championship? I'm like, geez.
Remember that shit from New Jack City? Remember that one scene? You're like, you killing your own people.
No, but I swear the people that are complaining are
Bartholomew! Your soul is flying in hell!
Man, the motherfuckers that are complaining are, I swear, they just started rewatching wrestling yesterday. Like, y'all don't know shit. Man.
Like I'm gonna steal a line that I said on Tuesday. That if you think a certain match is the greatest match of all time, you were born in 2003 and shut the fuck up.
And
yeah, pretty much. What that is, man.
And the fucking Jabba Ted shit, that fucking Facebook group, this dude just spazzing. Oh, look, Cody's a failure. Look at him, he's a failure. What the fuck is he doing? Like losing his mind. I'm like, yo, this dude only been a champion for 2 weeks. What is he supposed to do? Oh, he's supposed to defend the belt. Got to defend the belt. I'm like, yo, what are we doing here? What's going on?
Bro,
it's unfortunate. The Samantha shit is unfortunate because there's a new generation of fans out there that have been born and raised in like a sterile,
in the microwave
robotic, formulaic WWE, right? Where like everybody talks the same, everybody walks the same, and it's like back in the day. There were just certain little quirks that people would do. So I don't have any problem with Samantha putting a little extra stuff on her announcing. My favorite announcer will always be Howard Finkel. And Howard Finkel would do little stuff that I always remember. Like one of the things that Howard... Right. Like one of the things that Howard Finkel always did, especially like in tag team matches, right? When most announcers announce for a tag match, they just announce the tag team as a group, or they just say their name or whatever. Like in TNA, they were just the Hardy Boys, or in AEW, they're the Hardy Boys, or when they came back to WWE.
And Fink would always say Boys. Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys.
Right. Yeah, Fink would have like Matt, Jeff, the Hardy Boys. Like that's so cool. Like it just sounds more legit that way. Just like little stuff like that.
The greatest Fink call was when every time there was a new champion, you just waited for Fink to say, and the new WWF World Heavyweight Champion.
And also, I've said before, when announcers do shit like that, like it can help people get over. You know, just little quirks like that. Like what I always remember. Right, like literally, like Trick. I don't even know Trick Williams like that. And just based off the one match I saw, Trick owes his whole career to Booker T. Because Booker T is the one that helped his song. I said his song. Oh my god. No, his song.
No Diddy for real.
That's a mega no Diddy.
Right. What I was trying to say is Booker got his song over, you know, because he fucking improvs that shit, you know, whenever he comes out. And when people watch that shit on.
No, chill. Let me slow this dude down real quick.
Jesus Christ.
Let me slow him down real quick.
Right, man.
But
shit. Slow down real quick, Toe. That shit sounded wild crazy.
That's a mega no Diddy. That's a grand slam no Diddy.
Donna just said, like how Howard used to treat Harvey Whippleman, straight disgust every time he said the name.
Yeah, true.
Harvey Whippleman, that was my guy right there.
Yeah, but there was one ring announcer that I freaking liked. Like he was in WCW. That goes before Michael Buffer became the ring announcer.
Oh, Gary Capetta.
Yeah, Gary Capetta. I liked.
Who the hell was that?
That's the guy that did WCW. You know,
in like the early 90s.
Heard his voice before.
Like the late 80s to early 90s.
Yeah.
When
he was the guy that did basically saying, man, watch like a random WCW show in like the 90s. He did the undercard and Buffer did the main event.
Well, he was like on Worldwide or some shit like that. Not Worldwide.
No. Like a pay-per-view on Saturday night.
Oh,
he would be the ring announcer, but
he was in TNA for a bit too. So
the way he announced Sid was just the funniest shit ever. Going from wherever he damn well pleases.
Right, yeah. But when announcers and commentators do that, like it helps people get over. My first experience with it was when Taz would always say, "Here comes the pain" before Barack would come out back in the day. Like that got him over.
Whoop! Here comes the pain.
I mean, that literally led to a video game. Wasn't there a wrestling game called Smackdown? Here comes the pain.
And that shit was great. That's one of my favorite games.
Right.
No, but like Booker T sounds like he's about to spit the strongest verse of all time.
Booker definitely sounds like he's about to rap on that shit too. Like what's crazy is he actually can.
Right, yeah. He definitely helped getting Trick over. If he doesn't vibe and improv, no way does the Trick song take off like that. So that's why I'm not gonna.
They're not hitting that like button, ballet. They're not hitting that like button. They better be hitting that like button. I'm the birthday boy over here.
Bottom line is, y'all hating on Samantha Irvin is bullshit.
This shit is weird.
She's making these guys get over.
Right.
Word. Oh, how dare you be happy at your job? Why the fuck you happy, you black slut?
Right. They're so used to that Vince shit, man. Everyone's got to be all stiff and monotone and like no expression, no personality.
No, who should?
You remember Todd? Remember Todd Pettengill? I loved Todd Pettengill as a kid because you could tell he actually. Yeah. I loved him because you could tell he legitimately enjoyed his job. He was having fun. I think remember that one show he did? I think it was called WWF Mania. He used to give like cheat codes to wrestling games and shit. That was so cool.
There was a video that came out. There was a video that came out when you pre-ordered WrestleMania, the arcade game. And then like there's like a move list. They go like, "Oh, you press back, forward, and you do the super kick." Like, wait, what? Like I'm just kind of cool,
Yeah, she's trying. I noticed that she's trying with Chelsea. When Chelsea comes out, she gives like right. She's trying to like put that white girl. Keep doing that. Like get people over. Because they're not getting over themselves. I'm sorry, they're not. So let her do that shit.
It comes with the whole aesthetic of the show. Like everybody's supposed to work together to get each other over. That's what makes a great show.
Like I was about to, because like know when you know that you have a good show is when like the promos of that wrestling show are so good that you remember them, not like word for word, but you remember you remember the name of the promo, basically, like when Jay Lethal and Ric Flair did the woo off.
Oh yeah.
You hear anything?
Yeah. What that was?
No, what were you playing?
I was basically gonna play the highlights for the draft. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Let's bring everybody up to date when it comes to the draft picks so far.
They really drafted Braun Breaker to Raw. Wow.
I think
it should have went to SmackDown.
See, that's why it's stupid. If their plan going forward is to do the draft after Mania, which I'm for because it fits after Mania, then you shouldn't be debuting people before Mania because they did that story for weeks, making it seem like a big deal that Nick Aldis got Braun Breaker and Jade Cargill for SmackDown just for a couple of weeks to go by, and he goes to Raw. So what they should do then, if you're going to be debuting people like a couple of weeks before Mania,
make NXT start free agent.
Well, what I was going to say is that they need to integrate a rule where if you just recently debuted, you're immune from the draft. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Like champions have immunity.
I don't think it's that serious. I hear what you're saying, but I don't think it's to the point
the reason I'm ranting about it is because they made it the reason why I was ranting about it was because they made that like a low key storyline for weeks on who would sign Jade, who would sign Braun Breaker, because he was making appearances backstage on both shows. So it's like you debut him on Smackdown just for Raw to get him like barely a month later or a month and a half later. Like what? If that's the case, just keep him on NXT.
Like to me, like all NXT stars should be free agents up until the time that
Carmelo. So is Carmelo the first round draft pick?
Yeah. Like he was
the first round. They gave him the Finn Balor.
Yeah, last time they did that. Yeah.
The other NXT star was Kiana James. That
they shouldn't have drafted Seth. He's not going to be on TV for months anyway.
Yeah, true.
He's gonna be the surprise entrant in next year's Royal Rumble.
It's probably gonna be number 30.
Well, I could definitely see that happening because by the looks of it, Seth ain't coming back until the end of the year. So
he's probably gonna be number 30 at the Rumble.
It don't look like
he's number 30.
It don't look like Seth Rollins will be back till the end of the year the way it's looking.
So is Carmelo? I'm not familiar with his work. Is he supposed to be a heel?
Yeah,
he played a good heel. He played a great heel.
Carmelo Hayes,
him supposed to be beefing with Trick, so I guess they're gonna carry on that character.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's kind of weird for him to face Cody in his first match. That's like throwing them into the fire, but.
Yeah, that's what I was saying from before. I'm like, he's gonna lose. He has no choice but to lose. Like, shouldn't he be booked, to look like a winner?
But it was a good match, though. They gotta admit that.
It's not like he wasn't booked great. It's not like his match. He did terrible with the match,
but he should not be losing. That's the main thing. He should not be losing.
Like he didn't pull a Jimmy.
Before we go, I was trying to get updates and I can't find anything definitive, but. Basically, people on Twitter who were at the show were saying, after they cut out the cameras, Cody was, shaking hands with fans and all that, but he was still like holding his arm. So,
yeah, he sprayed his shoulder.
It's definitely probably a shoulder sprain, but if it's a sprain, he'll be all right. We'll definitely know the full diagnosis tomorrow.
Like he didn't tear his shoulder because his shoulder will be hanging.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely don't need that. And that's what I was saying from before. This dude fought all WrestleMania weekend. They want this dude to fight the very next week on Raw. Matter of fact, the very next day. Oh, he should be fighting. I'm like, y'all fucking retarded. He's not a fucking robot. What is wrong with y'all?
Like dumbasses.
Let that man chill the fuck out.
Crazy, and what's crazy is y'all didn't complain this much when Roman Reigns was champion and he was gone for months at a time.
Here's my thing with it. Even though it's weird, I'm actually like gonna put over Hogan here. I always use Hollywood Hogan as an example. When Hogan turned heel and he beat the Giant and became the WCW champion, he did not defend the belt every pay-per-view, but when he did, it meant something. If they had something else, if there was another thing they were focusing on, Hogan would just chill that pay-per-view. But if they have something, he would be main eventing. So with that being said, you just got to find a balance. Cody doesn't need to be defending the belt every week. We just don't need a champion, not just a world champion. We don't need any champion, regardless, to just be fucking ghosting for like 3.5 months. No, we don't need that.
To me, if you're WWE champion, you should wrestle with the Big Four. That should be automatic.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Totally fair.
Which is what they did here tonight, which is good.
Like you should wrestle the Big Four.
Some more highlights. I'm pulling some more highlights.
They never complained this much when Roman was champion. So it's very hypocritical.
I thought speaking outside of WWE, I think the best modern example of that
stayed on SmackDown.
By the way, everybody, this is the $4.5 billion council roundtable.
Yes, the Counciltron, like I'm telling you, B, the taxes is impeccable.
On Tuesday, next Tuesday is gonna be 5.5.
I got this shit straight from Renner Center.
outside of WWE, I really liked MJF as world champion because when MJF was champion, he would be on TV most weeks, but most of the time he wouldn't wrestle. He would just like
cut a promo,
a segment, interacting with someone. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what, and he would interact with like just different people on the card. Like it
yeah, but the matches he was in actually meant something. Though.
To me,
I love this
right.
war room concept. I love this. Like we spoke about that shit from before. Like I love this war room concept. You know, them going over strategies and taking notes and all that shit. That's a great touch when it comes to this draft. And
no, they should.
I liked it. I liked this draft, B, because it was definitely something refreshing and different. It was.
No, what they should have did tonight. What they should have done was that they should have had somebody in a neck brace just for the fuck of it.
So of course, Liv Morgan staying on Raw. We've been knew that.
Yeah, Liv Morgan fans are struggling.
Yeah, I fucks with Liv Morgan, B. I'm telling you, she improved. She improved.
I like her, but the fans that are going this hard for her, saying she should be the champion now, is crazy. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Listen, I don't even. You know what? I don't even trust fans when it comes to female talent, bro. Because I swear, because you know how they judge who should be a top in the women's division if they can get who they can get a hard on for.
If they're fuckable.
If you're a women's champion, it was good to see the Dudley boys, you know, LA Knight. Keep fighting, LA Knight. Keep fighting.
Yeah.
Because LA Knight, it's just on some real shit. For him to still be somewhat still relevant. Shots go out to him because remember he was definitely on his way, and then you had all the big stars coming back.
My thing about Knight is like, what are we building to here?
The movement.
Real quick, before we go tonight, I'm still mad at the Chiefs for getting Xavier Worthy. Like what the fuck?
Don't stop hand. Don't do that.
What? Why would you need a 4x1 team as your receiving core?
Here's the thing that kills me with WWE. If motherfuckers is gonna stay on the brand that they was already on, why fucking broadcast it? Why?
Just for prosperity.
Yeah, it's like what? Like, okay, Ricochet drafted to Raw. He didn't get drafted to Raw. He just fucking paid his rent.
They didn't really. Them just announcing the people that are staying on the show that they're on does not make it a draft at all.
Right. That's why I don't care about it. That's
just for mental
prosperity. Yeah, like come on. Drafted to Raw. He been on fucking Raw. What the fuck?
No, technically, Sheamus was on SmackDown. Technically, he's just officially on Raw now.
Yeah, he's officially now. This motherfucker just went to Raw out of nowhere. Like, we didn't even know the Brawling Brutes even broke up. They just simultaneously broke up and went about their business. No explanation, no nothing. We just had to deal with it.
What was a cool visual tonight? I just saw the Jade Bianca and Damage Control, like their little face off. And then all of a sudden you could see champions. You could see Tama and KO brawling their way down the aisle. I was like, I kind of like this. Like,
I can never focus when Asuka's on the screen.
Yeah,
so I figured you was on that type of time when they came to what's her name again from in AEW.
Oh yeah,
Serena Deeb.
Well, Serena looked like she's about to become the next to challenge for that AEW title.
That
she's not winning it, so let's move on.
Tove love him some Serena Deeb.
Listen, Sam, man, don't hate on yoga, bro. Yoga's got some good shit, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. Like when she was with the Straight Edge Society, at that time she was bad as fuck. She was thick like a motherfucker.
Oh shit!
The ladies look lovely.
Yeah, man, I respect that shit. I respect that. Like this is how you know, man. Like being serious, this is how you know Serena is down, man. You know, you'll meet all kinds of women of different nationalities and personalities and shit like that. 99% of girls, man, their hair is like their temple. If you fuck with their hair, like they'll fucking kill you. Like, you know, and they walked up to her and they were like, "Hey, yo, man, we want you to join the Shredder Society, but we want you to cut your hair." Most chicks would be like, "Absolutely not," and she was like, "All right, cool." Like she was down. Like she.
Please,
she did
you
it.
act like she did a noble thing. She just wanted to have a spot on the roster. We're not gonna do that.
Most chicks wouldn't do that, bro. Most chicks would not do that.
It didn't matter,
nah.
bro.
How many girls do you know would literally just like for a job opportunity, like, yo, cut all your hair? No.
Real quick, the supplemental part of the draft.
That's what fucking Dixie wanted Angelina Love to do. Shit.
Right. She said no.
Real quick, most of us love their hair. Real quick, the supplemental part of the draft just went down. Baron Corbin's going to SmackDown.
Corbin's back on the main roster.
Man,
wow.
I'm not gonna lie. He had a fun time at NXT with this dude Braun and whatever the case may be.
That's why he's going back to SmackDown so he can.
Go ahead and finish. Anything else?
Yeah, but Braun's not on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, Braun's on Raw.
I am not anticipating that shit. I'm really not. I really think he should just retire or something. I don't know.
All right, anybody else, Blackstar?
Alba Fire and Isla Dawn went to Raw.
Of course.
The OC went to SmackDown.
I kind of like that Alba Fire chick though. Like she could be something different if they let her work.
Ivar went to Raw. Cedric Alexander.
He been on Raw. This is what I'm talking about.
Who went to Raw? Who went to Raw?
Ivar.
Oh.
Cedric, who still has the job for some weird reason. And
on some real shit, I think Ivar should have went to NXT because plain clothes Ivar, I'm here for it.
Right.
But Ashanti, who still has the job for some weird reason, went to SmackDown. Shayna Baszler went to Raw.
But she's been on SmackDown. She's been on SmackDown.
Right.
Fucking rich. Oh my God.
That's a supplemental draft.
So far. And also this just in, we got a new champion. Ricochet just won that speed title.
WWE
don't give a shit.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. At least they gave him something.
Right.
Ricochet is the new WWE Speed Champion.
Let's see how that belt look. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see how is it an actual belt? Let's see how that belt look. These motherfuckers, they trying to catch up with these belts.
It's a real new belt.
Really?
It's a belt.
What are the rules for this belt? What is it?
I'm about to say that I don't give a shit, but
I don't know. I don't keep up with speed. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the reason why I said I don't give a shit.
Is that shit? It plays on Twitter or
right?
X.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't gotta post it yet. They don't got the belt posted yet.
I guess I can go on Twitter and look it up.
Let me see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Someone said it looks like the Global Force Wrestling Championship with the Impact logo.
God, Global Force. Good Lord.
I thought this was a picture. It's just a sentence. Oh,
Jeff Jarrett still trying to sell Jarrett Gold.
Yeah, and he's gonna fail every single. And he's gonna fail every single time. Good Lord, Jeff Jarrett need to go away.
This can't be the belt. Wait, hold on. I'm about to pull it up right now. This can't be the belt.
There's JA double R. Ha.
I'm about to pull it up right now. Let me see. I know that better not be the
okay, I see it. Yeah, I see it. It does look like the Global Force belt. It's a bad quality picture, though.
The JRR, haha. ETT, that's double J, Jeff Jarrett, haha.
Let me see. Before we get up out of here, let's post up this belt. Y'all see that shit?
Oh, what the fuck is this?
I need a clear picture, but yeah.
Okay, now I'm back to not giving a shit.
I'm sure Ricochet is gonna post.
You know what it looks like? You know what it looks like? It looks like remember that old show? Remember that old show Velocity they used to do? It looks like if Velocity had
Velocity had a title.
Yeah. If
I used to like Velocity.
If Velocity had a title, it would look like that. That's the vibe it gives me.
Well, it kind of does look like the Global Force title, unfortunately.
No, but real quick before we go, there was a story that Jim Cornette was talking with on his show, right? And he said that Vince Russo had an idea on Shotgun Saturday Night, like they would have like backyard or not necessarily like backyard, but like bar fights. And like the winners of the bar fights would win a title. He like made up in his head, call himself like the street fight champion or some shit like that.
This was a tournament? Man, this shit was going on I had no idea about any of this. I'm so out of the loop.
Like it was supposed to be a weekly thing.
I've never heard of this before. Sandman brought it up like 5 minutes ago. Wait, Ricochet versus. All right, this is the bracket. Who the fuck are these people? Ricochet and Dragon Lee was in the first round. Axiom, JD McDonough, Cedric, and
Axiom's the NXT person.
All right, Big Bronson.
You know, Axiom reminds me of. I don't know if you guys ever played that wrestling game that Capcom made a long time ago, Saturday Night Slam Masters.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
He reminds me of Scorp. That dude Axiom.
Know who Axiom is under the mask? If you guys watch NXT UK, he's a wrestler named A-Kid on that show.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Without the mask.
I don't know who that is, but okay. Anyways, let's get up out of here, B. Next week, I'm gonna keep it updated, but more than likely, we're going an hour earlier, starting next week.
So 6? Yeah, 6.
Yeah, okay. LA, on West Coast time, 6 o'clock. But more than likely, I'm gonna keep it updated.
So from 6 to 8, basically.
It's gonna still be a 2-hour show.
Yeah, from 6 to 8.
Yeah, it's still gonna be a 2-hour show. We're just gonna because a few people was telling me that we should go. Excuse me, we should go earlier. We should pull up earlier and shit because people got shit to do the following day, and I definitely get it.
So for East Coast, it would be 9 to 11, 9/11.
Right. Oh Lord, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My bad about all that. I ain't mean to be an inconvenience. Well, I figure when everything is wrapped up, when it comes to wrestling, that everybody will they'll know what they got to talk about, and then we just pull up and
everything's fresh on our minds.
Right. Right after the showtime is over, but it's all good. We'll go an hour earlier and see how that shit pull out. Pause.
Super pause.
Yeah.
Like a Clayton Kershaw curveball pause.
Yeah, but anyways, I'll see y'all on Tuesday, and I'll be there. Like I said from before, I'm gonna be over there for the second night of the motherfucking draft for Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna go over there and act the fool.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Peace out, motherfucker.
Alrighty.
Stay frosty.
Peace out, you fucks.